All right. Welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 59. We are here discussing the last four episodes of Metalder. Yep, last four. 36 is mostly put this. We begin the end of the series. So, mostly we continue marching toward toward the very end here. So, the whole thing of this one is that, well, Melder has to fight off against, well, Mai's brainwashed father, who's wearing Tulski's armor, though he stops Top Gun from killing him. Excuse me. And during the whole fight itself, it is mostly put him basically eliminating what's left of the Battle Roman army, except for Lorelei, which I believe this is her first speaking appearance. She's mostly appeared in background appearances. That's the most she's done the whole series. Apparently, she is the Battle Roman Army's recorder, and of course, Bolsky himself is eliminated with this episode. So, like the very next episode, Top Gunner and Melder basically plan to storm Ghost Bank, and once, of course, basically Mysfire is freed, they figure out exactly how to get in there. Simple, by using his own corporation's headquarters. So they use the elevator to go up to that's on the 45th floor. Secret elevator that goes down, and then eventually gets to the Ghost Bank. Now this is Melder's second time being back in the. This is probably his second time being in the Ghost Bank. In the case of Top Gunner, this was actually his third return to basically the place. So now before they arrive, of course, Neros knew they were coming, so they sent three people. They sent Jars, Jasmine. It was four people from the Yar army. It was they have Wagger. Mm-hmm. It is Wagger, Kubo, not that one. I remember there was one more. I think it was Jew. I think it was. Yeah, Jar's definitely in thinking like Jugo. But yeah, basically send them all to stop them. They get eliminated pretty quickly by Melder and Top Gunner. They manage to get into the Ghost Bank itself. What about Kubo for like the final time in the series? And then supposedly they take on Neros. And they kind of flew him back. And then he decides to activate the Ghost Bank self-destruct sequence. Sadly put, this is also when the beautiful secretaries get killed off. Yep, they died. Like, oh, you two, you ever take out all the money I threw at you ladies? They're trying to save their lives. You call that betrayal? I mean, are they spilling their secrets to Melder? No, they want to live. So they die, and supposedly God Neros is dead. So all of it is cooler, and that's Regis Robot, and that's it. Though, before the episode ends, we have another casualty of this episode. Top Gunner is killed off. But supposedly Coulin. Coulin. I think it's pronounced his name. Yeah. Though, it's revealed for next episode, this is not actually him. Nope, because basically the one who died in episode 37 was him. It was not Neros. It was basically his body double. Neros is around for a couple more episodes, and Bolsky somehow is still alive. Despite being killed off in 36, he's managed to survive. And it's implied that a strong fighter Lorelei. It's implied she had a thing for him the whole time. It's not really delved into at all. And like he gets fixed up, and he gets more powerful, and even he suggests basically giving him the information from the deceased brethren. She declines it, and then she changed her mind and merged with him. Like literally merging one robot into another one. This is actually the first time I've ever seen this like this. And this is done willingly, not by he doesn't force him to do this force her to do this. She basically willing to do this. And of course, we have basically all the robots to be able to course the series. And then eventually, he finds a way to basically get him stop doing it by hitting Lorelei herself, who was still alive, despite being inside of another man's body. And she's eliminated. Then Bolsky is defeated. And of course, he missed defeat. And of course, well, at first, like, yeah, we're emotionless. And of course, he was actually lying. He actually did want to become friends with him at one point. But that couldn't happen. He, of course, doesn't tell him the fact that Top Gunner's dead. Nope. Couldn't tell him that. It's like, by the way, Top Gunner is actually buried. He doesn't explode. Nope, because he gets freaking stabbed by a sword. So he gets buried under rocks with a gun on top. I'm surprised they didn't bury him under dirt. I thought that was kind of weird. I get the whole symbolism of the gun thing, because that's what he was known for, but why bury him under rocks for? What, they wanted to dig a grave for him or something? I don't know. Oh, and thing says, here lies a beloved friend. They don't say his name. It's like they want to move on from the character. So, Bolsky's eliminated. So, who's left? The boss. And, of course, Metalder leaves Haku and Mai behind while he deals with himself. And, of course, they figure right away this is not really cool. It's actually the Neros himself. So then Neros' final plan is to use the deceased helmets of all the dead robots of the course of the series, except Benny K. Ben K. He's not here because, well, he deserted them. So they get started. He gets wounded down. He gets slowed down. Then eventually battles Neros. Neros actually stabs his belt, which is revealed in this episode to be the super gravity device, which apparently this is a particular device that allows him to go back to his human form. Yeah, I thought this was kind of weird. Like, we've seen this belt the whole series. We don't know what the heck it was. And when we revealed this in the final episode, why? This makes no freaking sense. I'll get to more of this in a minute. So, eventually it's like, oh, he's going to die. And apparently that if it explodes, it will destroy not only Neros and him, but the whole planet. So eventually he does kill Neros. First by throwing a sword. And then using the laser hand to basically chop off his head. Yep. So then, of course, basically the cave explodes. But Metalder's still alive. And, of course, Cullen's sword is still there. Yes, his sword is still there. Despite the fact that man's been dead for 2 episodes at this point. So the only way to stop him from exploding is to destroy the super gravity device. Springer basically... By the way, I almost forgot to mention this. In episode 36, the shelter is destroyed. The new one. The one he had to move to. And I believe it was like episode 16. Yeah, so after this new one made his debut 20 episodes back, the base is destroyed. So yeah, Metalder's got no base now. I'll get to more stuff in a minute. So eventually the only way to stop this is to have Haku, yes, Haku do this, to use Kullen's sword to stab him in the thing to basically destroy the Graviter and kind of in a way kill his human form. And because they won't accept him like this, so they proceed to go into hiding. And he says he will return, but no, he doesn't. From what I read, this actually is his final appearance. Like, everybody in this final episode, this is basically the end of them. You're like, really? Yes, really. This is the end of everybody here. Because here's the thing. The main character, his last appearance is in the final episode of this whole series. Springer, well, he's never seen again. Nope, not really. How about Mai? Nope. This was her last appearance. You are thinking, does anybody return after the series wraps up? Culligan does, as a mention in the movie. What you get to in the future, but he's like the only character who comes back. Yeah, he's like the only one because everyone else is all dead. Yeah, I get the fact all the villains are dead, but you would think, oh, because it's Metal Hero, so they would bring him back for like future stuff. Nope. My guess is they probably had no plans to bring him back, per se. Now, my final thoughts on Melder is that this was a really good series. I thoroughly enjoyed it, though I should have stopped at some point to take a break, but I didn't because I just kept going. Because my plan was to stop like 24 or like 26. But I just kept going because basically just wanted to finish it up. I did. Now, this series was canceled due to low ratings because apparently people like dark tone. I'm like, I watched the episodes and the tone is similar to what they use in Black, so I don't get how this is dark. Why? Because the villain was a former war criminal? Was that the problem? And it seems like though you watch these last like from like if you look at let's say episodes 34, 39, it's almost like this is supposed to be extended out longer. That's why in two of the episodes it's like, oh, eliminate an entire army, eliminate like 10 characters in one episode. Like bam, 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 and eliminate the general like last one. Yes. So my guess is they probably had to rush this finale due to the fact that the ratings were slipping and the fact that Toad was axing the series. Yeah, they probably didn't have a choice in the matter in axing this thing. I mean, what was it too dark? Now here's the thing: did the series show any blood? Nope, never did. Not in any episode we see any blood. Not really. But it's kind of interesting though the fact that the whole thing of like, oh, it says he return and he never does. Nope, never. Not any reunions, nothing. Now, something I'm thinking is the main actor who plays Melder, is he still alive? Senko Sano? As far as I can tell, he's still very much alive. As for why in the world he has never returned, I have no idea. It's like, okay. Now, yes, his counterpart in VR Troopers is, of course, Ryan Steele. Yep, that's who his counterpart is. And he is like one of like two characters to appear in like all 39 episodes. A few of the villains have, yes, but generally like a lot of them do. This definitely was an enjoyable series to watch. And now basically I would like to just move on from the series. Yeah. So some might be thinking, okay, so you just finished up this Metal Hero series. Is there a series going to replace it? Yes. Yes, there is. It is going to be the one that aired before this one, which is Jinku Senshi Seppaben. Yes, that will be the very next one. But it will not be the next series I watch. Nope, because the next series I'm going to watch is going to be Hurricaneer. I have been wanting to get to the series, back to the series for, oh my gosh, like 7 years I want to get back just to finish it up, and now I am. I'm finally back to Hurricaneer after all this time. And I'm going to finish the last series of the 5 Sentai I started, but never finished. This is the last one, Hurricaneer. I'll talk more about that. I'll talk about Hurricaneer tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. Yep, but in the case of Melder, we're done. We're moving on to a different one. And of course, basically, 7 was the only other series that had left the cover for Metal Heroes of the VR Troopers. Because first was, yeah, I covered the first one, even though I did it for season 2, Cider. The reason I covered it first because that was the finale for the Spaceship trilogy. Now, why did I cover this one next? Over covering the fourth one, because I've been really interested in the series for about a couple years now, and now officially have gotten done. And it's the first standalone series that I have worked on, because the first 3 were all connected, and this is standalone. Now, some might be asking, when is the next one that's actually connected? Well, the next one officially that's connected is probably when it comes to Heisei era. Yes, the Heisei era for yes, yeah. It's basically when we get to the Heisei era of Metal Heroes it becomes a lot more connected. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's definite. It becomes like much more connected at that point. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, there are characters who come back, yes, but it's surprisingly that Melder is not back for the particular thing I'm talking on future. I actually it won't be that one. The first one I think we start connecting them is when they do the Tucking Wind Spinner. Yes, a series of like three straight cop trilogies. Yeah, we have three cop trilogies. Start with this one and like the following like two, and then it's like the B Fire series. So a couple are connected, but mostly like a lot of them are mostly standalone. Yep. But yes, this is gonna be pretty much a particular view. And that's it for this tonight. So please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. So tomorrow, Hurricanes are tomorrow. Okay, next video.